Hey, you guys.
What's going on? It's Duo Reacts. Steve and Lacey.
Lacey and Steve.
Wrong. Totally wrong.
Hey,
Anyway.
Hi, Elle.
Hey, Elle, what's going on? Thought we'd just hop on here and kind of let everybody join up. And the cat is, yeah.
The cat is,
yeah. Cat.
The cat is, yeah. Yeah, so we just wanted to basically give you guys a quick update on basically everything that's been going on.
Yeah, you haven't really seen us for really, what, 3 weeks?
Well, YouTube has seen a few videos
right.
come out, but a lot less than what we normally do, obviously. But yeah, we definitely did not really handle COVID-19 very well, either one of us.
True.
But in very different ways, which has been kind of weird and very stressful. And the kids got it too, so that was really hard, and kind of like managing our own sickness along with them, and it's been
a juggling act. It really was. And the first thing I kind of want to start off before we go into that, Lacey, is a little bit about the channel.
Mm-hmm.
What the lineup's going to be for the week. We've had a lot of time to think about it. So on Mondays, we'll be doing the World Beyond. Go ahead.
Tuesdays is Lost. Wednesday is The 100.
The 100.
Thursday is going to be The Haunting of Bly Manor.
Haunting of Bly Manor.
We haven't seen the first episode yet, so we're looking forward to that. Fridays are Lost. Saturdays Better Call Saul. And Sundays is Marvel Sundays. So...
Yes, bitch.
So yeah, we just wanted to let, some
Where's
of you...
Where's The Boys falling?
Well, The Boys only has 3 episodes left, so that'll be up next week.
Okay.
So next week is going to be a little different because we're still in catch-up mode from COVID. And also, some of you don't know that Vikings is leaving the YouTube schedule right now because we needed to make room, number 1, for Bly Manor, and number 2, basically, Vikings is getting very low views on our YouTube. Like, sometimes it doesn't even break 1,000 views, and...
Great show. First off, we want to say me and Lacey really enjoy Vikings, but it'll be on Patreon, the full reaction. If later on we might throw those up, but that's not in the plans
it'll
now.
Still be going up on Patreon, so we're not going to stop watching it. We're going to continue watching it on a once a week basis. But we just wanted to let you guys know that for the time being, we are taking it off of the YouTube schedule because, number 1, it takes a long time to edit. Like, let's be honest, it's a lot to edit a show, and when it's not getting the kind of views, it's kind of like, should I be doing this? Because is it worth my time in editing?
And we know a lot of people really enjoy that show too, and we do feel bad, but the fact of the matter is, we want to put up shows that the majority wants, and we talked about it, and it was kind of...
And a lot of it is editing time for me personally. It makes me a little bit disheartened, I guess you could say, when I put in hours to edit a show and then it gets like barely any views, and I'm like, well, why am I doing it then? You know what I mean? So, but maybe sometime in the future we'll be able to put that back on YouTube. But right now we're kind of jam-packed, let's be honest here.
And along with that, Vikings will be over there. Fear the Walking Dead.
Yep.
Peaky Blinders, Vikings, of course. Person of Interest, Americans, and Bates Motel will all be over there on a weekly basis, and that's on Patreon. Now, some of these shows are going to be going up on YouTube. Like, one of the first ones I think that me and Lacey comes to mind is going to be Fear. That'll be coming to YouTube once there's an opening, and I don't know when that'll be because I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, we'll figure that out when we're thinking right now that it'll probably go up like in a few months, maybe the beginning of the year, somewhere around there. But we are 4 episodes into Fear the Walking Dead, so
Yes.
I know that a lot of you guys have been asking about that. Are we going to start watching it? Is it going to come to YouTube? You know, yes, we have started watching it. 4 episodes in. We will be continuing that soon.
And by the way, loving Fear the Walking Dead. I love the first episode, second episode, third episode, and fourth.
we've enjoyed it so far. Like, it's definitely has a different vibe.
Some people I saw in the comments,
Dead.
you know, when we were doing the voting for the shows, they really didn't have a good experience with Fear. I, for one, am enjoying
I'm
that.
enjoying it. Yeah. I think it's good. But yeah, we just wanted to give you guys a quick schedule update before we started going into like just chit-chatting about like our, you know, everything we've been kind of going through the past 3 weeks now. But yeah, so that's the schedule. If you guys want to see our full reactions to any of these shows, obviously they're over on Patreon. And then, of course, our Patreon only shows for all you Vikings fans that are, you know, not thrilled that YouTube is no longer going to have Vikings for the time being. It will be available in the $5 tier over on our Patreon page. So
Yes, bitch.
Katie, I just seen Stephen Lacey. I just wanted to congrats you on 20K. Also, I'm glad to see and hear that you guys are doing much better. I was so worried about you guys.
Thank you, Katie. And your words the other night even really hit home too, and I appreciate that. You're a wonderful friend and just a great person overall, Katie. Just wonderful. 20,000 people. Yes, that's awesome.
I know, it's crazy.
When we hit that, we were, of course, we were under COVID, and
I was wanting to go, like, in my head, I was like,
oh,
when we hit 20K, I want to go live, like, right away. But yeah, we couldn't at the time.
Yeah.
Also, it's been a pleasure seeing your channel grow. I keep missing you, Katie. It goes so fast. As much as it has, and it's been a pleasure becoming very close friends with you guys, basically like family to me.
You know, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago we met you, and, you know, we were just in the infantile stage of YouTube, and, you know, we only had, you know, I mean, very little subscribers and whatnot, and we have a lot of people to thank for that, for helping us kind of get kick-started in this. We didn't expect it, didn't know.
Sticking with us through the fire alarms and the cats meowing and Steve eating all the time.
Hey, hey now. How dare her?
DJ, yes, Marvel movies will be in the live reactions over on our Zooms every Tuesday and Thursday, which next week will be going back to normal. Obviously, yep. We have tried to like somewhat maintain our Zoom meetings on days that we can.
I can't say the same.
I've tried to stop in, even if it's just for a few minutes or if it's for like an hour or two or whatever. Excuse me. When I could, just, you know, to keep that up a little bit. But it should be going back to regularly scheduled programming next week as far as the live reactions.
Can we speak on that for a minute about Zoom?
Yeah.
I know that a lot of times some of the people that are in that tier that go to the Zoom, they have private Zooms every once in a while where they just hop in there and they chat amongst each other. So it's like-minded people having great conversations, meeting each other.
And playing games.
And I can't express enough that communication and having the ability to communicate with you guys on a very personal level. It's wonderful. And
yes, Blair lives there. He's like
yes.
Just always there. Just always.
Yes, Blair's awesome. You're gonna notice if you hop in there, it's a place that is a lot of fun, and it's
and our game nights are like the best.
It's belly laughing.
It's the best.
Yeah.
I mean, we play all kinds of different games in there, and it's just, we're just like, we end up playing for hours because it's so much fun and laughing hysterically.
And we're really excited about getting back to Zoom anyway. because it really, watching the show and doing the shows are fun for me and Lacey, but what takes it to the next level, if this makes sense to you, is when we get to actually talk with you guys and actually see your face, if you want to, but hear
Yeah.
your voice or see you in the chat with us, so we can really have that time to build a relationship,
and a
friendship,
community. Yeah.
yeah.
Foot surfer.
Foot server.
Thank you so much. Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Haven't been in the streams in a while due to work, but you guys are absolutely fantastic, and I can't thank you enough for keeping us all entertained. God bless.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Footy Surfer.
That's awesome. Makes us feel really good.
28 days later, thank you, Lacey and Thomas.
Here we go.
I missed you guys. Did you drink fluids like I said?
Yes, we did. If I could show you a picture of my fridge right now, full of water, still drinking water because
if I could tell you how many times Steve gets up in the middle of the night to pee because of
Oh
how
my
much water he
God.
drinks, it's ridiculous.
Footy Surfer, I took your advice. Trust me when I say this. My fridge is full, and Lacey just testified the sewer bill is going to be outrageous.
A lot of water. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, it's been crazy with the COVID-19.
Yeah, let's hop into that. I mean, a lot of people, we notice, even on Facebook and stuff like that, I notice a lot of people still have the opinion that, oh, I don't know anybody, and oh, it hasn't. Let me tell you something. When this first came about, me and Lacey did everything possible to keep this family from getting it. That means
anytime we left the house, we had masks on. I carried hand sanitizer with me everywhere.
Walk in the door, we go straight
wash
to the
our
sink.
hands all the time. Like literally, we did everything that was recommended to not get COVID, and literally all it took was one day.
Yep.
Caden's birthday.
Yep.
And Steve wanted to see his son on his birthday, and
it was his 21st birthday. So let's set the stage here a little bit.
Yeah.
He was turning 21. He had went out to the local establishment, and of course, those places.
Nobody's wearing masks.
Nobody is. I mean, you're not going to guzzle alcohol with a bunch of young 20s, males, females. Well, lo and behold, many people was contaminated.
Well, Zach and Caden both had it, and from what they said of all their friends that got tested, they know for sure that 8 of their close friends also tested positive.
Yeah.
And this was right around the time, of course, Caden's birthday, when Steve wanted to go see Caden for his birthday. He was literally only there for a few minutes.
Yeah, just to stop in.
Just to stop in and say hi. Didn't go really near anybody. Probably gave Caden a hug and Zach a hug.
Well, this is kind of, I think, where everything kind of went to pieces. Was I was going in there to, obviously, I wasn't going to stay. I went in there to tell them happy birthday, and one of their friends, oh, James, they're drinking, and, yeah,
And then he came home and brought it to me.
Yep, I'm a super spreader.
Super spreader.
And you are a super spreader, Ava. And, but anyway, I noticed, so what had happened, if you're kind of curious about it, I went out for breakfast about 4 days later, 3-4 days later, and all of a sudden, ordered from one of my favorite, great place that we love to go to eat, ordered breakfast, and I couldn't taste a damn thing, and I thought, geez, man, this place sucks.
That was on the Saturday, so it was exactly 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Exactly 3 weeks ago, and I remember that same day we filmed a little bit. And neither one of us could film a whole lot. I think we only did 2 shows that night, because I was feeling really fatigued and I had a migraine. And you looked up at me and you said, I can't, for some reason, I can't taste or smell anything.
Like nothing.
And
I wasn't
and
having any symptoms other than those two.
at that time.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Steve, you need to go get tested for COVID. Like, we need to go get tested now.
Yeah.
Because that's like one of the main like big symptoms that people get.
I was like, son of a bitch, maybe she's right.
And we went on Sunday morning.
Yep.
And got the test results back on Monday morning. Positive.
Yep.
And we've been tested twice since then.
Me 3 times. Me 3.
Okay. And each time it's been positive. And the most recent one was on the 5th.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it lasted more than 2 weeks. I mean, it lasted a good solid almost 3 weeks.
The great thing of it is, the day that I got tested that night, I was having difficulty breathing. I thought, man, when's this stuff ever gonna? It's not going away.
Mm-hmm.
By God, I kid you not. After that night, I fell asleep. I woke up. I had sweat kind of going, and I felt good. I felt good every day since. So,
but in between that time, it's been difficult because with COVID-19, it's so weird because like you'll be like feel like really shitty one day, and then the next day you'll feel fine, and then you'll go back down and be super shitty again. Like it's off and on, like it comes and goes, and you wake up a new day and it's different symptoms every day. It's like so weird.
Oh, you're exactly right.
And we would have, like, of course, we'd be experiencing all these different symptoms at different times. So, like, we had literally one day in the past 3 weeks where we both felt good enough to film.
And that was surprising.
And that was The Walking Dead.
Yeah, that was awesome.
World Beyond.
And I can't tell you, and we thought that was the day that, oh my God, we're doing good. Next day, back in the same...
we're
Lacey's...
like, we're on the upswing, and then it's like the next day, and I'm like, oh, I got some stomach pains today. Like, what? It was so stressful. 28 days later, thank you. Hi, Lacey, and this name has been removed by the United States government.
Jesus Christ.
Forgot to ask, did you guys sleep on your stomach to help with the breathing?
I did.
Steve did.
I did.
I didn't really sleep on my stomach. I have difficulty sleeping on my stomach, but of course I slept on my side. I only really had like 2 or 3 days where I had difficulty breathing, and it was usually only when I would talk a lot or when I would get up and move around. And even if it was just like walking from here to like the kitchen or here to like the bathroom,
which is literally from where we're at.
Yeah, like
just
a
around the corner here.
very short walk, and I'd be like, what is going on? Like, this is not normal.
You feel so like it's just not you.
Weak, tired.
I would bring in, stuff that was out on the porch just to bring it in and put it away. Was everything I could do, and I would go lay down on my side and just kind of rest. And I mean, you get so winded, so fatigued, you get dizzy. There's points where you do feel like you're going to pass the straight F out.
I felt like that a lot, actually. And like with Steve, like I said, he lost the ability to taste or smell, and I didn't get that. Like, I was still able to taste and smell, but I had like 2 weeks straight, like every single day where I ran a temperature. Every single day. Like anywhere from like 99.8 or something to like the highest it got was like 102, I think. So I mean, a low grade fever for the most part, but still a fever. And of course, all the symptoms that come along with a fever.
Now,
the cold
unlike
sweats,
unlike her, where she had taste and smell, I didn't. And I also, during this COVID-19, I never broke a fever. That I'm aware
Steve
of.
never had a fever. Like I checked your fever a few times, but I remember telling you, like, if you feel hot, if you get cold sweat or anything, let me know so I can check your temperature.
Right.
And you never let me know, so.
Yeah, and
Joshua, thank you. Just discovered the channel. You both seem nice. thumbs up from Texas. I'm sorry about COVID.
We love Texas.
Yes.
We love Texas.
I'm glad you all are better. Just a random observation. Lacey's voice sounds like Ellen Page's.
Who the hell's Ellen Page?
She was in some movies.
Yeah, probably didn't see it.
I can't remember.
You have to show me her.
Oh, I think she does the voice acting on The Last of Us. Yeah. Oh, remember that movie Hard Candy? With the teenage girl?
Yeah, yeah.
And she, like, with the pedophile guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was her.
I can't remember what
I can't remember what her
talks
voice
like.
sounds like
Huh.
at the moment, but she was in Juno. I don't even think I've seen Juno. I've heard of it, though.
Anyway,
and I look like Starlight, apparently.
Lacey does have a new nickname now, so when you do see her in person, if you come along on the trip in May, which we will be there,
Yes.
for The Walking Dead, bunch of us are getting together on that. If you want any information on that, come over or email us, whatever you need to do. We'll give you the information or send you to Elle, and if Elle's in here, she can put something up as well. But we're all going on a trip down to Georgia.
In May for the Walking Dead road trip
Yes, I'm excited about that.
with our fans. And of course, if any of you are interested in coming along, you are more than welcome. You just have to get a hold of Elle over on our Facebook page, or just come over to our Discord and chat with us in there about it if you're interested in coming.
Hey, we're trying to talk people in from out of the United States to get here, and you know
We're
where you are.
We're trying to convince a couple people from, I don't know, Scotland and Ireland.
Ireland.
But what you never said what my nickname was. I
Oh,
don't even know what you're talking about.
Yep. See, you guys still have a little lag thing going on, but it's snacks.
Oh God.
So, yep.
I have no idea.
In the comments, if you
why.
put snacks, do it. Just do it. That's her new nickname. It's snacks.
I hate it, by the way. I don't know. Steve, for like the past 3 days, has been calling me snacks, and I'm like, why are you calling me that?
Okay,
like,
I'll be
there
right.
was never
You know what?
there was
Talk to
never
him for
an
a minute. I'll show you why.
explanation.
I'll show you why.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't even know what he's doing.
You hold that thought.
Yeah. Anyway, my COVID-19 experience was pretty shitty. Pretty sick for the most part. I had a few days where I felt good, but like 9 times out of 10 I was, oh my God. Here he comes walking in with all my snacks.
My snacks for my birthday.
You don't have to set them up there and block the camera. They get it. They get it. There's lots of snacks. Yes, I do like my snacks, but
I had to. Okay, so do I get a thumbs up? I mean, that was a lot.
that's not even all of them. Because
That's
I've got a bunch over here. I got nutty bars. I got gummy bears. I got some sweet tarts. I got all kinds of stuff.
Gummy bears now. Gummy bears, but sweet and sour gummy bears as well.
Regular
gummy
gummy bears and sour gummy bears. Yes.
Yeah. So, do you guys like that? I mean, does the nickname Snacks fit?
Nobody's gonna call me snacks.
Yes, they will.
You, nobody else.
Yes, they will.
Oh my Jesus. Now I have lost my train of thought, but we were talking about our COVID-19 experience.
Mm-hmm. And
Obviously the kids got it too. They tested positive. JT was asymptomatic, so he didn't have any symptoms. Ava was she had very, very mild symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
So she ran a low-grade fever like 1 or 2 days, and then was like really fatigued and like complained of like a little bellyache one day, but like real mild. Now Jenna got hit a little bit worse. She was running a fever a couple days. I can't even talk. And then she had some major chest pain, to where she literally like woke me up in the middle of the night crying because she was in so much pain. Um, she had that for like 2 or 3 days, but not severe enough to where ibuprofen or Tylenol didn't help. So that was good. But yeah, it was stressful dealing with me being sick and then having to worry about Jenna too. Because there were many days where I couldn't even like get up out of bed basically.
And a lot of that too, when we're going through this, and imagine being sick that long. I mean, that's long. And you're in the same house all together. So, and the fact that you can't really take care of things the way you normally would. It
Yeah.
makes you feel like, and I'm being honest, now hear me out. She'll love that.
Really,
Is she here?
Steve?
Is she here?
I don't know. I haven't seen her yet.
But you can't do the things that you normally would, and it's very frustrating. It bothers you because maybe you can't get up and do the dishes at the time that you want, or take the garbage out, or do the things that you normally take easy to do. It takes a little bit of your time and you're done. You just are dreading it because you know that after you do that, you're going to be so wiped that doing anything else is irrelevant. I mean,
Even something as simple as like doing the dishes or taking the trash out. Something that's like not even that big of a deal on any other day, but doing it with COVID-19, it was not fun. Like it was
Right.
literally like we'd do it and then I'd be like, okay, I need to lay down like right now. Because I'd either get dizzy
yep.
or lightheaded or shortness of breath, and it was like, this is ridiculous.
I think that's the scariest part. I came close on the 5th, I believe it was, just a few days, not that long ago.
I think it was the 6th, because I think it was the day after you got your last test. And you were saying, during the day, you were saying that you felt good.
Yeah.
But then, literally, like a couple hours later, you were laying in bed and you were like, will you check my oxygen?
Yeah.
Like, because I'm having a really hard time catching my breath. And, like, literally, you were almost debating on going in.
That's
the
that's
hospital.
very true because I had her. We have this machine like it's
Pulse ox thing that checks your oxygen.
Well, I was talking about the it's like the pounder massager that you see on
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
TV. And I got that for like my knee and my legs during that time. But anyway, I had her use that on my back because it pumps enough that it'll break stuff up in your chest. And I actually kind of felt, I could actually feel my lungs, just the inside of it just being rattled. And
Yeah.
it's so weird, everyone. I really thought that night was the night that, is this going to take a turn?
Am I going to have to go to the hospital tonight? And he didn't. He didn't have to go. I kept an eye on his oxygen all night. Basically pounded his back with that thing to loosen everything up in his lungs.
A couple times.
A couple times.
And I'd have done the same for her. She never got to that point. At least she never told me.
I never got to that point where I felt like, I mean, I had the chest pain. I had the shortness of breath. But that's why I got the pulse ox thing. And I checked my oxygen literally like every couple hours.
Mm-hmm.
And it never went below 98, like 98, 97, somewhere in there. So that's good. So I wasn't worried about, okay, I'm not getting enough oxygen. I'm good. So yeah, I mean, that was good. But I think the majority of it for me was the extreme fatigue.
Yeah.
The fever, and at least the past couple days or so, I've had some pretty bad stomach pains.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like, it would have been manageable. And of course, migraines. But other than that, it would have been more manageable.
But I'll tell you what, if you go back just a few days, it's weird how things change. We couldn't have gotten through this point of this conversation with you guys.
No.
Because you'd become short of breath.
We'd get winded just talking this much. And that was the thing about, like, not being able to film. Like, for Steve, if he was having a good day, he'd be like, oh, let's film. And I'd be like, You know, it takes me a lot more to like go get ready to film,
Right,
right?
yeah.
Like it takes a lot more out of me. Like I have to go get ready.
Well, you're so excited.
Yeah.
You're having a good moment. And you understood.
Oh, I
mean,
understood. Yeah.
I was like, are you feeling good? Because I would love to watch the shows that we're doing.
Jeff Martin, thank you. Hello, Steven Snacks.
Yes.
Jeff, come on.
Jeff, you're on.
From Mount Prospect, Illinois.
Yes, I know exactly where that is.
Glad
Just
glad
up
to
the
see
road.
we're doing better. Well, thank you,
Thank you,
Jeff.
brother. Thank you, Jeff.
And yep, we know where Mount Prospect is.
Every Jeff I've ever met, I've liked. That's a fact.
Okay.
It's a fact.
Well, not too far from us.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Carlos is wanting to know about our boys. That will be, so we wanted to let you guys know next week is not going to be a normal schedule because obviously we're on catch-up mode. Like
But
as far
he's
as
gonna
the
be happy
boys.
about the boys.
Yeah, you'll be happy about the boys because next week is mostly going to be dedicated to the boys. Of course, we have World Beyond going up because we did film that like earlier this morning. But then Steve got tired.
I did.
And that's all we did today. Well, we don't want to like rush into things like super fast.
We're playing things by ears on the
Yeah.
filming level. Like last night, we were like, we're gonna watch this, and this.
Yeah, I was like, I want to at least get
Yeah.
like 3 shows done tonight, and then or like this morning, and I was like, and then Steve got tired, and I was like, well, go take a nap, and we can continue.
I'd
and,
had such a good day that I was taking advantage of just feeling good. And by the time we got done with World Beyond, I was like, Lacey, and I'm going to bring up the World Beyond here. So I'm not letting that off the hook. Well, wait, I can, because people haven't seen it.
Yeah, that doesn't.
I'll hush.
Yeah, that doesn't come out for most people until tomorrow.
Nope,
So.
won't say a word.
Shanna, thank you. Glad you guys are doing okay. I am 21 years old, no underlying conditions, and I work out every day, but COVID put me on a ventilator for 17
Oh
days.
my God.
Wow,
how old
Shanna.
did you say?
21.
Oh, hon.
That's.
Can I be honest?
I get it.
That was my scare. What was her name again?
Shanna.
Shanna. That was my scare that night was,
Having to be put on a ventilator
Well, yeah.
in a hospital away from your family.
you can't see nobody.
Right.
Oh, hon, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that is horrible, Shanna. I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah.
I know we didn't get to that point where we had to be admitted to the hospital, but we did have 3 weeks of like just complete and utter feeling like total shit for like 95% of the time. So
Well, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I'm glad you're okay. And look at here's a healthy person.
yeah, a healthy person that
Works out, 21 years old, on a ventilator. That shocks the shit out of me. I mean,
it's crazy. It's like
thank you for sharing that.
they like to tell you that you only have to worry if you're older or if you have an underlying health condition or like if you're a healthy young person, you don't need to worry about it.
That's
You'll be
not true.
fine. It's just a regular flu. I can tell you that it is not like a regular flu. I've had many flus in my lifetime, and I've never had a flu last 3 weeks, number one. And
Normally you can
a couple days usually. At the most, it'd be like a week at the most. And I'd, maybe have a fever, maybe throw up, be fatigued, whatever. But this, no, it's not like any other flu I've ever had.
Well,
And-
normally you can sleep it out, drink it out,
Yeah.
take care of yourself, and eventually you'll get better. It might suck, but this damn thing, it's not just a drink it out, whatever. This is a marathon, people. I mean, for some people, you're not going to get it. That's true. For some people,
And a lot of people are asymptomatic.
Yeah,
I know
a
Zach
lot.
and Caden were both asymptomatic.
well, they had it, but yeah,
They didn't have any symptoms. That's what I was saying.
No, that's very, very true.
Yeah, they said because I was talking to them about it right after we found out we had it, and they said, well,
Zach said
we
he
haven't
had
had
a
any
little bit of
symptoms.
a cough going, but nothing.
nothing to make him think that he was sick or
But-
like
But imagine this though, Lacey. You know, here's a family, and imagine if, and think about this, everyone. If you can put in the back of your mind, we have 3 younger kids, we have 2 older sons. It's me and Lacey. Let's say Ava would have had to go to the hospital. We have COVID or whatever.
And every single one of us had COVID-19.
And we couldn't be with her. We couldn't, I mean, imagine, it could have been so much worse, everyone. And missing a couple weeks to get ourselves right to where we are with you right now. I'm so grateful. And I'm grateful that that she's where she is right now.
And yes, Whitney, it does affect everybody differently.
Oh, it sure does.
Even for us, totally different symptoms at totally different times. Probably got it about the same time, let's be honest. You probably got it from Zach or Caden, whichever one.
Transferred pretty quick.
And then you came home and was around me. Well, even if it wasn't like the same day, which I don't think it would be, because I don't think you'd be, contagious immediately. I think it takes a couple days.
I don't know. They don't even have an answer to that.
There's so much we don't know about this virus and how it affects people. And, even the nurse, when we spoke with the nurse, she said that it's possible that you can get reinfected. Like, they've been seeing that a lot of people have been getting reinfected with it, like, really quickly. So she said we're
in a small area, but she knows of at least 1 or 2 that's went through this twice now.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, we've had to rethink things here, as far as who we communicate, and how we deal with things, because we definitely don't want to go down that path again in the future. So there's a lot of things to think about, and I guess the biggest thing about this video today is to tell you, please take care of yourself.
Please be wearing a mask, people.
Yeah, even if
please,
out of respect, or whatever. I know
it sucks.
I can't breathe out of the damn thing, and sometimes I pull it down, and that's fine to do that. But take care of each other. Be respectful. That's the human thing to do. It isn't because no one wants you to taken away a right or whatever. If you can, and if you are able to get through it and weather that storm to go into the store, wear one, or wash the hands, do everything you can. You don't want this. You don't. It sucks.
Yeah, we're basically just saying, like, don't listen to all these like Facebook posts that give misinformation, or we don't need to wear a mask because it's infringing on our rights, or because I have asthma, so it makes it harder to breathe. And like,
trust me, you get this shit, you might not breathe again. I mean,
and the problem with, like, okay, let's ask Jack, one of our friends, and fellow YouTuber. Like, he has asthma, and he goes to work 8 hours a day and wears his mask 8 hours a day, doesn't complain about it, and is fine. You know what I mean?
And if you do need the breath, get the breath. I mean, that's the thing. You got to be wise about who you are. You can't, even outside when I'm doing things or whatever here, I still wear it. And I get winded real quick, so I have to pull it down and get, breaths or whatever, and then back up again. But, I can't tell you how 3 weeks of having this and being cooped up in a room that's directly in front of me here, because I was in there 90% of the time.
Yeah. I mean, we tried to, like, literally isolate ourselves, even away from each other, a lot for a majority of this time.
Well, just for comforting, you know what I mean? To be comfortable. Yeah, I would come out and check on her. She would come check on me.
Well, and I think a lot of that was, like, I had really bad muscle aches. Like, not all. I would say, like, the last half of it, I had really bad muscle aches.
Yes, you do.
And I'd constantly be moving, like, stretching and moving, and, like,
it's like a freaking worm.
Yeah, I was like a worm, basically, so probably wouldn't have been very fun to be around for long periods of time. But,
so, if you do have younger kids, and that's the tough thing, and older parents, I mean, you know, we're not. You can't make this shit up. You just can't. It's something that took us totally by surprise. I'm glad we're survivors of it. I'm glad there's many survivors of it. But I can also tell you that I could see where this could turn bad. And if
Yeah,
it does,
I've even had some arguments with a few people on Facebook.
and you need to stay out of that.
And I'm not going to do it anymore, but I was feeling very pissed off at the time because that was right after Jenna was having the real bad chest pains. And my whole thing is like, I wouldn't even get on people's case that much about not wearing masks for all their excuses for not wearing masks. If it was just me that got it, right? I'd be like, okay, not a big deal. But when Jenna got it, and well, all the kids got it, but when she was having pretty...
She's the one that was more pronounced than
the other kids, yeah. And that's when my mama bear kicked in, and I was like, you know, I have a 13-year-old here crying, and she's a tough kid. Like, she's never cried before when she's been sick. Crying to me and saying, do I need to go to the hospital because I'm in a lot of pain right now? Like, that's when I was like, oh, hell no. And then I've got people saying, you know, stupid shit on Facebook.
Yeah, but how you explained it was very, very nice.
Oh, very nice.
It was
nice.
I knew you were pissed off.
I was pissed, but I know how to be civil in conversations and have a debate with somebody. Like, look, my child got this. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to wear a mask because whatever excuse you have, breathing in the same air, you know, like, come on. You know, it's just, the excuses was getting on my nerves as I was reading it, and I'm like, ugh.
Well, the thing of it is, Lacey, you know, and you said it a lot better than how you're saying it right now back to him.
I did.
It was very well put.
It was more well put than I'm probably putting it right now.
But the thing of it is this is a pandemic. This is real. This isn't, you know, something that we have a cure for yet.
It's not a hoax.
Yeah.
I
remember when this all came out, you know, it was, and we're not even going to go there.
We're not going to make this a political conversation.
Yeah.
I'm just saying a lot of people, you know, say, oh, it's a hoax or it's not as serious as, it's just another flu. You know, like everybody's downplaying it. Not everybody. Some people are downplaying it. And I think that's kind of, that's just wrong because it is real. It is very real.
And look how, you know, and look at what it's done to the world. I mean, we can all agree on one thing. This has been life-changing for someone in your family, either directly or indirectly because of the pandemic. Whether it be financial, whether it be because their depression, whether it be... These all things are real. And I'm telling you, with being... And I don't get depressed. I really don't. I am upbeat. I'm cool. Meaning I'm not cool.
Well, even before we tested positive for COVID, I mean, I think that's where you're going with this.
Well, depression sets in.
Take away the fact that we tested positive. Even before that, me and Steve would go through like little moments where we'd have depressions, and I think that's because, you know, we're stuck in the house all the time, and we can't get with people as often as we'd like to, and, you know, like...
That's why the Zoom thing
hard.
was amazing for us. I mean, you know, we not only met incredible people that I like to call very... In fact, I'll go a step above friends. It's became friends that maybe I never ever realized what friendships kind of were until I've met a lot of you. And I'm going to be honest with you, I've developed a very, very strong chemistry through this channel with a lot of you, and that's incredible. That, to me, I would have never guessed that. I think
our Zoom meetings kind of kept us a bit more sane.
There's a lot of love
throughout this time.
There's a lot of love there.
And even especially when we tested positive for COVID, and for the past 3 weeks, like, everybody's been super supportive.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, we just want to thank all of you, every single one of you that showed your support through this time, and us obviously not being able to put up content on a regular basis.
And we saw in the comments, you don't know what that makes, especially because we love doing this. Not, I mean, it was just a hobby and a spur of the moment thing, but it became bigger than that. It became something that we really enjoy doing, if that makes sense. You were letting us do something together that we would have never thought would have ever got to here. And 20,000 subscribers, guys. I mean, that's, we don't know 20 people, or what we do, but I mean, maybe 200 people, but we would have never guessed that. And all we saw in the comments was, take care of yourselves. We'll be here when you get back. You don't know what that means to her. You don't know what that means to me.
It meant a lot to me just to see, like, don't even worry about the channel right now. Like, don't even think about it. Like, worry about your health, worry about yourself, and you don't have to worry about losing us as fans, or you don't have to worry about, like, the stress of it. Because, like, you would be surprised when you do something every day, like this channel, that you do it every day and then you suddenly have to stop because you're sick and you can't do it, that you feel like you owe that. We owe it to you guys, and we feel super bad about not being able to give you guys what you want, but at the same time,
but the comments was overwhelming support.
Mm-hmm.
And some people may have not known and posted, when is this coming up?
I think that was mostly people who didn't know what was going on. Maybe they didn't check the community tab or whatever.
True. And
yeah.
A lot of people don't get notifications for that, but a lot of you do read that. But the people that made those comments or whatever, they were all read. They were all loved. I mean, you don't even understand. That kind of gets you through.
Seeing those comments was big for both of us. Like, just seeing you guys. And that's why, like, we read every single one of your comments through that time.
Maybe twice.
Probably a couple times, yeah, just to get that reassurance from you guys that it's okay. You know what I mean? Sometimes, and I know that sounds maybe a little bit ridiculous, like, don't worry about it.
It really isn't. It really isn't, Lacey. Sometimes you have to do that. Because you feel like a failure because, you didn't do the right things to keep yourself safe and your family safe, and then you have that pressure on you. And you also had the pressure of, God, I want to do this because I know some people really enjoy this, and watching.
A lot of people look forward to certain days and like certain shows.
And when you can't deliver, you feel bad. You feel like a failure at points. Not maybe not a failure, but you've let down people.
Yeah, you just feel like, and even. Yeah, I would say that's a good way to put it. You feel like you're letting people down.
Yeah. But you reassured us that that's okay. And you reminded us that taking care of ourselves was more, and that's what we did. Mm-hmm. We literally read those comments and it reassured us that, you know what, we are doing the right thing. We don't need to push this. We need to take care of ourselves, and that's what got us through. I mean, that's the truth.
Yeah, you guys definitely, your support through this has definitely meant a lot. And now, I mean, we have 20,000 subscribers, which is just crazy to me. I mean, I remember when we hit 10,000, I was like, what?
What about 5,000?
I know, like every milestone.
Or 1,000. I remember clear.
Every milestone we've gotten to, I'm like...
There's 1,000 people that would even watch us, and then, but it hasn't changed us a bit. It'll never change us. I mean, it's just, this is who we are. This is who we're always going to be. And, God has a plan for all of us. I truly believe that. And I think this is one of the greatest paths He's ever allowed us to, kind of do.
We definitely, like, this is like one of our favorite things to do together and with you guys, is to do these videos with you, for you guys, and obviously with each other. But it's just been so fun, and so we love it. We love doing it. So, yeah.
Yeah. We haven't really got to see much. We wanted to talk and kind of get everything out there. So I do want to read some of your comments and stuff, because a lot of times some of you we don't get to communicate with. this might be the only time we get to other than Zoom. So, I mean, let's open this floor up. Does anyone have any questions? Does anybody have, I mean, let's talk about some stuff.
Elle said her favorite thing is Whataburger.
I
Wow.
need to get there. I need to get there. She sent me a Whataburger shirt.
She did.
And I love her so much because she knows that I was just a kid when I last have had it, and I always remembered that experience. And it wasn't just once. I went there a couple different times. Because I lived in Texas for 2 summers. I should say visited over the summers, not lived, but I lived there for 2 summers. Absolutely enjoyed Texas. Beautiful places. Definitely a place that I would be first on my list to relocate to.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Blair said, "How are we doing?"
Blair, man, I feel great. I'm going to be really honest with you. I have not lost energy today. I went out and actually mowed, went out to the garage, put groceries away. I did get kind of sweaty, but I think it's because just I drank so much water.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's got to go somewhere. But I feel really good. And yesterday I felt good. So
I felt really good most of the day today. I am a bit fatigued right now, but that's kind of like for the past 2 days. I felt like good for maybe like 5 hours, I would say, and then like fatigue kind of hits me really quick, and I'm like, okay, I can't really get up and do a whole lot because I get dizzy, but it's definitely a lot better than what it has been.
my taste has started to come back.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Oh, guys.
Steve was like, the first thing he
Oh.
ate was chicken. What was it? Fried chicken?
No, it was bacon wrapped chicken.
Bacon wrapped
baked,
chicken?
Baked
Yeah.
bacon wrapped chicken in the oven. And
He's like, oh my god, this is like the best thing I've ever eaten. I'm like,
you know, remember a time in your life where like you ate something that was just, or you hadn't eaten, or maybe whatever, and it was like heaven. It was like, oh my god, this is so frickin' good.
well, yeah, I mean, for
Or
the
like
past...
when you're in the service and you have nothing but service food, and you have a family day and you can go out to like McDonald's or whatever, and you like eating that burger, you're like, oh my god, you know what I mean?
Well, when
Um,
literally everything you've eaten for the past 3 weeks tastes like you're eating cardboard.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and then when you finally taste it again, you're like, it's like heaven.
As much as I like tomato soup, I don't want to eat another bowl of it for at least 5 more years.
Yeah, one of Zach's friends came over yesterday, and because she had COVID, and she didn't have her taste or smell either, and she's like, the worst part about it is like when you can't taste anything, like the textures of all the food like is amplified.
Yeah.
So it's like you realize that you don't like the textures of a lot of foods. Did
That's
I miss something?
so true. Yeah, there's a couple.
Katie, I'm so surprised that you guys got COVID before me knowing where I work in the healthcare industry.
Oh, I thought the same thing, Katie. I probably would have bet,
Well, Katie, it's because you're around everybody wearing masks, probably.
but I would have thought, yeah.
Corey Lewis, thank you. You guys are, in my opinion, are the best reactors on YouTube. Waiting on that 1 million subscribers.
Oh, dude, that would be sweet.
1 million,
We
wow.
get a million. You're invited to a hell of a party.
I think that'll be a while before we
Yeah.
get to 1 million.
It'd be cool though.
It would be cool. And Real Mackay, thank you.
What is going on?
I'm glad you guys are doing great, but my mom has just started kidney dialysis, so I hope she doesn't catch COVID while going there. Yeah, that I would definitely
I'll
worry
be
about
saying
that
some
too.
prayers, seriously.
We'll keep her in our thoughts for sure.
Yeah.
Let's just hope and pray.
Oh.
Make sure she's got that mask on. Make sure she's hand sanitizer, all
Yeah,
that.
but going through all that, oh my lord, I know how scary that can be.
Yeah.
Because going through this, you know, and I thought, you know, you have a lot of time to think about other people when you're going through this, and how other people might be like your mom. I'm
Mhm.
going to be very honest. You start thinking of other people, and, you know, I'm just glad I am where I am right now. I believe that I've got this done. I started getting my taste and smell back. So
And of course, Joe is warning us: be careful of the relapses, because it can come back like a lot, like in a few days and hit. We've had that. We had the two, like when we filmed The Walking Dead, the season finale. That was on Saturday of like last week, I think, right?
gosh,
I don't know.
Lacey, I don't know.
I think it was last week. I can't even.
I think you're
remember.
right. I think you're
My
right.
my brain, you know.
Anyway,
Um,
we did it.
we
We watched
we
it.
felt great that day, like super great. Like
And we looked at each other like,
the day before, I was feeling pretty decent, but I was like still kind of like, eh. But then that day, I was like, yes, we can film, yay! And then literally the very next day, I like literally couldn't even move uh, on the couch here. I was like, oh my god, like what is going on? Like it was the worst I'd felt. I'm like, I thought I was getting better.
no,
What
you're
the
exactly
hell?
right. I do worry about that. But I've had, like I said, sorry if that was loud. I've had a couple, maybe 2 to 3 days of good. And each day is getting stronger, if that makes sense. So, your ability to crawl, to your ability to walk, to your ability to run. And that's kind of my feeling.
I think that's what we're going through right now. Like, I don't think I'm not, definitely not at that run stage. I would say I'm on like a steady pace,
Mm-hmm.
but definitely not at a jogging or running. Whitney, I'm happy you guys are getting better. We love you guys, and we're in this for the long haul with you. Thank
Love
you
you,
so
Whitney.
much.
You know that. We love her.
And I just saw somebody post, has COVID been, our experience, has it been what we thought it was going to be? I just saw somebody put that. Honestly, before all this, I thought if I get COVID, I probably won't even get that sick. That's what I thought in my head.
It's weird that you said that.
I thought in my head, if I get COVID, I'll be fine. I'm healthy. I'm, nothing. I have no underlying conditions.
She's not overweight. She doesn't have high blood pressure. In fact, it's
I'll be
opposite.
fine. And I might get like maybe a little cough or whatever.
It took you down to Chinatown.
It took me down. I didn't even really cough that much though.
No.
Like I didn't really have a cough with it, which was weird. It's like I had the real bad chest pain.
I had to question at times if she even was.
Yeah, he was like, "Are you even like? Are you just laying there to lay? Like, are you sick?" And I'm like,
because her.
Yes.
But her, you ask that because it's so different.
Because it hit us totally different symptoms. Like my back pain, where my lungs are and my back,
Yeah.
I couldn't even lay on my back. It hurt that bad. Like I had to lay on my side. And even right now, it's still lingering. Even right now. Yeah. It's been crazy. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to underestimate this anymore.
You can't.
No.
You really can't. And I'm telling you, if you do this for no one other than yourself, do it for the others around you. I know it's a pain in the ass, but try to kind of go with the protocol set forth, because man, you don't want this. It
sucks.
It takes already what's depressing, effed up 2020. It makes it even shittier.
I mean, who else is just ready for, like, can we just skip the rest of this year?
I'm done with it.
Can we just go to 2021?
I'm done. I don't want to talk about 2020 anymore.
2020 has been like the worst. I mean, as far as just
think about all the stuff
everything
that's kicked off this year and everything that's happened this year. And there's
other than you guys, of course.
Oh yeah, the channel.
The channel. That's the positive. That's pretty much the only positive. And then everything else is like,
I can't really tell you or think of anything other than the channel that's really been positive about 2020.
Craig said 2020 has been the worst decade of my life. The worst decade,
the worst
Craig?
decade of my life.
It feels like, it's just so weird to me. It feels like 2020 has like gone by like super slow, but then at the same time it feels like it's flown by. Is that weird that it's like both.
Mm.
I don't know how that's possible.
I just don't
but-
want to drag our dirty laundry from 2020 into 2021.
Yeah, can
Does
we
that
not
make
do
sense?
that? Can we just not? Everybody, all of us, can we
just chop it off and
Can we
say,
just-
you know what, you had your fill of me. Now I want to take my life back. You know, I want me back. I want life back.
Can coronavirus just like fuck off for a minute? Like go, not a minute, forever. Can it
Yeah.
just go away?
You had your fill.
You've infected enough people, so go away.
Done your job.
You've fucked up lives. You've screwed people.
You messed up our schedule.
Yeah, that was first thing on my mind, Steve.
Well, seriously, can we all just give the middle finger to 2020? And I don't want to drag my dirty laundry into 2021.
I'll do mine. My middle finger for 2020.
Oh, jeez.
Really, JT?
Please don't, JT.
Oh, Lord.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. People are just saying people won't be able to be spending time with their families for
I know.
Christmas.
What about
and
even guys? What about Thanksgiving? You know, and everything
getting
else.
together with family on holidays? You know, we got Thanksgiving coming up. We have Christmas coming up. Like that's normally we have like a bunch of people
Yeah,
for the holidays, and it's like
I just got our.
I'm so worried about and I even had an uncle pass away while I was sick.
Yep,
My uncle passed away
Uncle Brian.
like
yep.
a week and a half ago, and I couldn't even go to his memorial service because I was positive for COVID-19 and I didn't want to affect the rest of my family. And I had my brother like pissed at me like, why didn't you go? And I'm like, you want me to give everybody COVID? Like, sure,
Do you know
I
how
could wear them.
disrespectful
Like,
that would be to go
Yeah.
and give other people your? I mean, I know it's disrespectful not to go, but it's more disrespectful.
oh
to,
no, it was
Yeah.
it was right when we tested positive. Sorry. Yeah. That's why we didn't go, because we were waiting on our test results. And I'm like, well, what if we have COVID? And then we got our test, because it was on Sunday. And then Monday morning we got the test results. That's what happened. But yeah, it was hard. It was just stupid. So 2020, like, can we just pluck that away? Like, 2020 never happened.
The only thing I can take away positive is we were introduced to an amazing show in The Walking Dead. I mean,
did we? I think we started.
doesn't
that
matter.
in
It was a
one-
good.
I don't know.
It was a good memory of 2020. I love that show. It was
Oh, yes.
absolutely.
A very positive memory. Yes. Real Mackay, thank you. I wish Homelander could just take me and fly me to 2021.
Yes.
Homelander don't care. He wouldn't be able to get coronavirus anyway. He'd be happy that everybody's dying and
Hey,
getting sick.
Homelander's awesome.
He wouldn't care though, is what I'm saying.
JT, don't let him do that.
There's a bug.
Yeah, he just tried to attack a bug on the TV.
That sounds like
That
something
sounds
you
like
do.
2020.
He's got an apple with the
Who would have thought this would affect USA this much, and it's much less in my country, Egypt? Oh, Ava. Yeah, it's
You know what? That's a good point.
every country is experiencing it differently. Obviously, the U.S. is the worst, pretty much right now, as in deaths and in positive cases. And I mean, the only way I can explain that is the way our country has handled it.
I'm not even going to say that. I think it's a lot in. I hate to say this because I'm not speaking for everybody, but a lot of people here just don't give a shit. I mean, I talked to my.
There are a lot of
his-
selfish people.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. You know, we fight for the right to have, you know, certain freedoms and whatnot, and a lot of people take things
Take that to a very extreme level
right.
of like, you can't tell me
I think
that
it's
I have to do this.
I think it's very selfish of people to, you know, even when I wore a mask because I knew that was the right thing. to do, and even though I didn't have it at the time, I was wearing it because it was telling me to you that I care about your fucking life. You know what I mean? I excuse my language, but that's how I feel. I care about you more than I care about myself, because I would rather not be wearing this either, but I'm wearing this for you. That's to me is the epitome of what Americans used to be like and how we bond together, and we just never did on this. I don't know why. I don't know how.
I would say a lot of people did. I say it's pretty split. It's pretty split, maybe even down the middle. I don't know exactly.
I think it's more so. I think it's
I
more
think
the
it's yeah, I think it's more so people are wanting to wear masks and protect people around them as well. Maybe even I don't even want to put numbers on it. I would just say there are a lot of people that are either not taking it as seriously as they should, or they're just selfish, or I don't even know.
There's one other thing, and then we'll squash it.
Right.
There's a very political event going on in the United States right now, and some people, just watch the news, and that's all I can say, is watch the news, and you kind of get the idea that
I think that's the sad part about this.
They're making some people are trying to make a statement.
They're turning this pandemic into a political thing, and I think that was totally the wrong thing to do, because
this is a everybody thing.
It doesn't matter if you're right wing or left wing or conservative or liberal. It doesn't matter. The point is that we need to look out for each other.
That's the point.
Yeah, regardless of what you believe.
Have your own common sense, and what I'm trying to say is have your own common sense. Don't listen to either or. Honestly, don't.
Don't listen to Trump. Don't listen to Biden. Don't listen to any other political candidate. You listen to the experts. You listen to doctors. Yeah. And you listen to people that know what the F they're talking about.
I guarantee if you go to your doctor's not going to say, don't wear a mask. I mean, they're probably going to tell you wear a fucking mask. Those are people that went to college for
They know what they're talking
control.
About, yeah.
And that's who we need to be listening to.
And not doctors that are going to be overly influenced by those politicians, too. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, you need...
Well, I think you're going far
It's been kind of... I would just say listen to the professionals, the doctors.
Your home doctor will be fine.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, we just wanted to
I've had a lot of fun doing this, actually, talking about it. We don't mean to kick off any stance either way on that. We just wanted to say, use your own common judgment with that.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stuff out there. Love each other, man. That's what this world needs. It needs love. It needs care. We need to treat each other with respect and do the right things for each other.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I've ever wanted. I don't think I'm above anyone else or less than anybody else. It's I feel like that's the way this world needs to work, and we don't do a good enough job with that. I mean,
we need to work on that a bit more.
Yeah.
As a country, as a world, we just all need to think about each other.
And enjoy life. Like I said, we are going on a trip to Georgia.
Yes.
And we're that's like months ahead. It's in May. It's on May 20th.
May 20th to 25th. Of 2021.
If you guys want to come,
Walking Dead road trip, seeing all the Walking Dead sites.
Yes.
Last chance.
We are going to enjoy this. A lot of it's going to be. Excuse me. There's a lot of stuff in there. No, it's not that. Well, it might be that. I don't know. But anyway,
it could be.
It could be. It could be not.
It could be just
I should have put on my what the shit thing. No. What the hell is? Oh, I'm talking about Georgia. Anyway, we're going, me and Lacey, and we would love every one of you to go. I will be putting it up on YouTube, a majority of it, even at nights when we're all together or whatever, doing. There's just going to be a lot. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, we'll be going live, like, a lot while we're there.
Traveling, doing, so keep in mind, we'll keep you all updated.
Love
But
you
if
too,
you-
Ava.
Yes, Ava. Ava, you need to get here to travel with us.
Hey, Diva.
But we are going, and we're going to be meeting hopefully a bunch of,
Meeting a bunch of you guys,
mhm.
which is going to be awesome, and we're going to have fun, and we're going to go
We're
see the
looking
sights. We're going to play
into-
games.
We're looking into a house or something that most of us can stay in or whatever. Some people, will, some people won't or whatever, but we're looking at that situation as well, and we're also going to have to monitor, what the sign of the times are in May as well. So,
Yeah,
but we are
course,
going.
of
We are
course.
going. It's just, yeah.
Depending, of course, like on travel restrictions and like stuff like that. But I'm hoping that by that time things will settle down a little bit. I'm hoping, but
You would think. I'm hopeful, and right now that's the game plan. So if you guys want to come, circle that. Put it on your phone. Grab your phone right now. Go. You know what? If I can put in the time, come on, just frickin' do it. Because I'm telling you what, I'm gonna have a damn good time. Lacey's gonna have a good time, and I think you should
Wendy
go.
said complete with a bar and a pool. Steve was
Yes,
saying it has to have a
bitch.
bar, it has to have a pool. Jesus.
Yep.
But yep, make sure you go over to our Facebook page, or probably just come over to our Discord too and chat with us about that if you're interested in joining up with the Duo fam for the road trip.
Also, this Tuesday coming up, we're going to be going on Zoom. I'm going to open it up to everyone that's in the Patreon, even if it's at $1. I want to open it up to everyone because we've been gone for a while. We haven't decided what show we're going to do, but we're going to be reacting live. And
We're
then
doing Lost.
Oh, we are doing Lost? So you decide
It's
that?
regularly scheduled programming.
Okay. It's going to be Lost.
Don't worry, Thursday will be Marvel, so don't worry.
I want to
Steve's
do
like,
Marvel
he's wanting to do Marvel like right now. I'm like, regular scheduled programming, Steve.
She's killing me. I'm enjoying this Marvel thing.
I know he is.
geeked. I was pissed when I got this because we should be like
You don't need to worry about what we're watching or when we're watching it. You just sit here and watch. That's your job, okay? You sit here and you watch what I put on the TV for you to watch, okay?
You see this? Snacks is going out.
The next Marvel movie is The Incredible Hulk, I believe. Like 99% sure. Yep, Craig. Yes, I'm the boss. Real Mackay, thank you. I'm going for my driver's test next week. Any
Yes.
tips?
Any what?
Any tips? Both hands on the wheel. Put your seatbelt on.
Yep. Turning signals.
Turning signals.
Yep.
Don't be too nervous, because when you're too nervous, you tend to make mistakes.
Drive like a little old lady, and don't think you have to keep. You know what I mean?
If you make a mistake, it's fine. You're not gonna fail just because you make one little mistake. Just relax. I guess it depends on what the mistake is, but don't hit any other cars.
Excuse me.
You know.
The other thing is, don't let other people dictate your driving. You know what I mean? If someone's on your ass or whatever, you maintain your speed. You don't need to adjust to them. They need to adjust to you. And pure and simple. Drive defensive.
Watch other drivers.
Keep them eyes. Yep.
But yeah,
There's something that came up.
I already got that one.
Oh, I don't know.
But yeah, I think we're gonna end this here. I'm definitely starting to get a bit, but I think that's mostly because I don't think I've talked this long in a long time.
We talked quite a bit.
And we've talked quite a while.
Yes.
So. But yeah.
We will be heading over to our Zoom room for a little while to talk with people there. I told Katie, I think she's going to open it up, or Craig. I'm not sure which one, but we did say we're going to go over there. If you want to.
The link will be in our Discord. If you want to join our Discord, all you have to do is join our Patreon, any tier. and then you will get access to our Discord, and we'll have the link to our Zoom in the general chat of our Discord. So if you want to come join
So
us
if you want to
there,
have a Saturday night, we may play some games. We don't know what we're going to do over there. I don't even know. But I'm going to go with the flow.
I might not talk as much as I'm talking now, but I'll still talk a little bit.
Yeah, you can message us directly or ask us anything you want. It's a
you,
great
Angie.
room. It's a great place. There's a lot. I'm telling you, everyone in there you'll enjoy. You're
Yes.
going to find someone that you're going to click with or make a friend with. It's a really cool place. We don't allow, the only thing we don't allow is people to treat people like shit. And I mean, that's just common sense. You know, and we never had a
everybody
problem
has
with
to be
that.
nice
We
to
never
each
even had a
other,
problem with it. So, it's just a great place to be. It really is. It's a lot of fun.
I agree. But
So you can join, to be on the Patreon for $1 or whatever. You also get to see, Tuesday we'll open it up as well when we do the Lost reaction, and then we'll talk about that as well. But tonight we'll open it up. Anyone that wants to come over and have a chat, bring it. Yeah, it's Saturday night. Thank you so much for stopping by and
Yep.
having this conversation with me and Lacey. Thank you for all the well wishes.
we love you guys so much. We
Do that
appreciate
heart
you
thing.
guys. We appreciate you guys so much.
That's almost perfect.
We love you guys, and we hope you guys all have an amazing and awesome day.
Yes. Hope amazing happens to you. Stay safe and take care of each other. We love you. We'll see you soon.